Our story begins in the land of Moab. Naomi, a woman from Israel, had lost everything. Her husband and both her sons had died, leaving her alone in a foreign land. Now she stood at a crossroads with her two daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah. Life had been hard, and Moab was not an easy place for a widowed woman, especially one far from home. But Naomi had made a decision, one that would change all their lives forever.
My daughters, go back to your families. May the Lord bless you with new husbands and a good life.
Orpah wipes her tears, hugs Naomi, and leaves. But Ruth? She held onto Naomi's hand tightly. Ruth, you see, was a woman of great character. She had grown very close to Naomi, and in a beautiful display of loyalty, refused to leave her side.
No, Naomi, wherever you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God,
she declared. Naomi was deeply moved by Ruth's devotion. How could she refuse such love and commitment? And so, with heavy hearts but a glimmer of hope, they set off, two widows on a dusty road, bound for Bethlehem. Back in Bethlehem, life wasn't easy. Ruth wanted to help, so she went to the fields to gather leftover grain. Just enough for them to survive, Ruth would follow behind the harvesters, picking up leftover grain.
It was hard work, but she faced it with quiet dignity and unwavering determination to care for herself and Naomi. Enter Boaz, a wealthy landowner known for his good character and generosity. As God's plan would have it, Ruth ends up gleaning in his field. He noticed Ruth's hard work and asked about her. "Who is that young woman?"
That's Ruth, Naomi's daughter-in-law. She's been working since morning, gathering grain to take care of Naomi.
"My daughter, stay in my fields. Take all the grain you need, and don't worry. I'll make sure you're safe."
Why are you so kind to me?
"I've heard about your kindness to Naomi. May the Lord bless you for all you've done."
Ruth's heart fills with hope. That night, she tells Naomi everything.
Boaz is our family's guardian. He can help us.
Naomi had a plan. According to their custom, a widow could ask a family redeemer to take her as his wife, to protect and care for her. So she told Ruth to go to the threshing floor at night and lay at Boaz's feet. The threshing floor is where their story takes a significant turn. Under the cover of night, following Naomi's guidance, Ruth approaches Boaz at the threshing floor. Ruth quietly approaches. She carefully lifts Boaz's cloak and lies near his feet. Moments later, Boaz stirs awake. He sees Ruth and gasps.
"Who are you?"
It's me, Ruth. You are our family redeemer. Spread your cloak over me.
This was Ruth's way of asking Boaz to protect and redeem her through marriage. Her actions are respectful and intentional, and they certainly capture Boaz's attention.
"Ruth, you are a woman of noble character. I will do what is right. But first, I must speak with the elders."
Ruth smiles hopeful. She quietly returns home before sunrise. Boaz, being a man of honor, understands he must follow the proper customs and traditions. He wasted no time. He went to the city gates, where legal matters were settled. He spoke to the closest family redeemer, the man who had the first right to marry Ruth.
"You are the closest relative. If you wish to redeem Naomi's land and marry Ruth, do so. If not, I will."
Now, this other relative, let's call him Mr. X to keep things simple, is a bit of a mystery. We don't know much about him, but we do know he's not eager to marry Ruth.
"I cannot. You may redeem her."
Boaz removes his sandal and hands it to the elder, a traditional symbol of sealing the agreement. And so, dear listener, our tale concludes with a wedding. With that, Boaz and Ruth, the Moabite widow who captured his heart, are joined in holy matrimony. Their love story didn't just bless them, it became part of God's greater plan. Ruth and Boaz go on to have a son, Obed, who becomes the grandfather of King David, and later their family line led to Jesus Christ himself. Ruth's story reminds us, when we stay faithful even in tough times, God's blessings will find us in ways we never imagined. If you enjoyed this retelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more incredible Bible stories.